Here we go.
Now, more Out of the Box on Q1043.
This is Jonathan Clarke joining me live in the studio. New Swedish singing sensations. I don't know why I just felt like saying that, but anyway, it is Peter, Bjorn, and John. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming by, and lots of big things happening with the band right now. But your current CD, it's the third for the band, I guess, and Writer's Block. Now, when you hear that title, you immediately think, well, I guess they got over their writer's block because they just put out an album. But it has nothing to do with that. It's a neighborhood where you guys jam, or it's a part of Stockholm. Talk about the title of the album.
Well, it's not actually... The part of Stockholm isn't called that, but we call it that because we live there.
Right.
So, it's called Hornstull. We have a rehearsal space, and we have a little studio, and yeah.
So we could call it the BLOCH as opposed to the BLOCK, right?
Yeah,
block. Like a cell block as opposed to a writer's block.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys formed in 1999 in Sweden. Now, is there something in the water in Sweden? Because there are so many good bands coming out of Sweden.
Nothing
now.
in the water. That's the
thing.
trick.
It's really good.
Probably it. I mean,
it's really good tap water in Sweden. Really healthy.
Just a list here: the Hives, Mandau Dio, Yngwie Malmsteen. We can't forget about Yngwie.
No, he's the father of rock and roll.
He is, and the soundtrack of our lives. Another great band. Yeah. Did you guys work with these guys, or like jam with them, do gigs with them ever over the years? Or
I actually played with Soundtrack of Our Lives for.
Did you really?
Yeah, for a year.
Just playing guitar with them and stuff? And
keyboards.
Oh, keyboards. Oh, okay.
As a stand-in. And Yngwie I never met, but...
but you met his hair, right?
Yeah, they're too young. We don't hang out with kids.
Well, you know, there's so many great bands out of Sweden. In fact, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but at CBGB's here in New York before it closed, they had like a Swedish rock festival like a year or two ago. And it was like 2 days of all these sort of punk rock bands coming from Sweden, but I can't remember the names. Maybe some of these guys played
there. Actually.
Did you play CB's before it closed?
Yeah, I did.
8 years ago, 3 albums later, big news at the 2007 Video Music Awards. You guys are nominated for Best New Artists. Are you going to play on the show, or are you just going to receive your award?
You're just going to fetch the award and maybe play... I think we're playing the day after.
We're going to play pool party.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if it's like a swimming pool or if it's like pool, like billiards.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Played there before, or?
No, never been there.
Oh, you've never been?
It's first time for all of us.
Well, I think it's like 110 degrees there now or something like that. But you guys are going to have some fun. You guys brought some great guitars with you, so what song do you want to play for us right now?
Young Folks.
The single.
And it's Peter, Bjorn, and John live here on Q1043's Out of the Box.
If I told you things I did before, told you who I used to be, would you go along with someone like me? If you knew my story word for word, had all of my history, would you go along with someone like me? Heard it before and had my share, it didn't lead nowhere. I would go along with someone like you. It doesn't matter what you did, who you were hanging with. We could stick around and see this night through. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the young stuff. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old side too. And we don't care about our own folks talking about talking, talking only me and you. Usually when things has come this far, people tend to disappear. No one will surprise me unless you do. I can tell there's something going on, ours seems to disappear. Everyone is leaving, I'm still with you. Doesn't matter what we do, where we are going to. We can stick around and see this night through. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the young stuff. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. And we don't care about our own folks talking about our own stuff. All we care about is talking, talking only me and you. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the young stuff. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. We don't care about our own folks talking about our own stuff. All we care about is talking, talking only me and you. Talking only me and you. Talking only me and you. Talking only Q1043, New York's only classic rock station, and me.
That's some very good whistling. That's hard to do as whistle as very well, isn't it? I mean, I can't whistle well. How do you manage to do that?
We learned a lot this
A
year.
lot of peanut butter and crackers, or
Definitely not, just water.
Repetition.
all right.
Yeah.
Peter, Bjorn, and John playing live here on Q1043's Out of the Box. You guys have been kind enough to autograph some CDs for us tonight, which we'll give the first three callers on the toll-free listener line at 888-872-1043. So good luck. How'd you guys manage to jam with Kanye West? How did that all come about?
No idea, really. But someone asked someone, and then we jammed with him. And that was pretty fun.
And it was a gig in Sweden, right?
It was in Gothenburg. We played the same festival, and we did a song together. This last one, he's done like a mix version of this folk song, and we did that with him.
It's kind of interesting to sort of mold those two genres of music together and create. I know that Linkin Park did that with Jay-Z. Was that difficult to,
We didn't have much time to rehearse, so...
Was it like 10 minutes backstage or something?
10 minutes, you're 1 minute. But I don't think it's a quite rhythmical song, so you could do whatever. You could even, I don't know, play flute to it.
Right. Well, he's a really good performer. I've seen him a couple times. He really puts on a great show.
He did, yeah.
What did you guys listen to growing up in Sweden? What kind of bands? Was it American bands, English bands, Swedish bands?
Yeah, a lot of American and British, mainly, maybe.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yngwie? And his leather pants?
Oh, that's true. I didn't have leather pants, but he had some.
Well, there's a song on the current CD I've been playing, Objects of My Affection. So it is plural, not object, but objects. So talk about the name of that song, the inspiration of it.
Well, I went to the Modern Museum in Stockholm, and there was an art exhibition, or like a photo exhibition with Man Ray, photographs by Man Ray, the famous photographer.
Yeah.
And he had this, he put together like a book, I think it was, with called Objects of My Affection, with like different things he liked.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that's a good